it is absolutely clear for everyone that the best investment is in education and in a young generation. We're trying to do it. For us, it's one of the main priorities. And we have special programs with our international partners, a special presidential program of training of our young generation in the leading international universities. At the same time, high level of education in Azerbaijan also is a priority. So we try to combine both. And now having that presidential program of financing of education abroad, at the same time we mainly concentrate on domestic potential. And probably you know that soon already we will have a separate building for Azerbaijan Italian University, also on the foundation of ADA. Actually, it's already started its activity, but construction is going on. We have Azerbaijan French University here for many years, and also two universities from Russian Federation, State University and Medical Academy. With respect to sustainable development and energy, I think our economic performance and social programs clearly demonstrate that we used benefits from oil and gas in order to have a fair distribution, in order to tackle the issues of unemployment and poverty. So when we started our energy cooperation and we started to receive first revenues from oil sales, the level of poverty in Azerbaijan was close to 50%. So every second person was poor, and among the refugees, it was more than 75%. So you can imagine the situation. So now we reduced it to the level of 5%, and the same is with unemployment. Social infrastructure, it's a large-scale construction. Now in Karabakh, but before it was everywhere, modern hospitals, clinics, universities, special program for construction of schools. So social infrastructure was one of the most important. Issues related to employment always are in the center of our attention because our population is growing. So year after year we have tens of thousands of new citizens, and therefore the issues with employment is something which we must always be very attentive and not to be relaxed when we see that unemployment rate is low. But if you don't address the issue of development, it will be difficult, especially now with this fourth industrial revolution, where many specialities and professions will be not needed any longer. So we will face a serious challenge. So we need to prepare our young generation for new jobs which do not exist now but will emerge in 2-3 years. And the special attention we pay to vocational training. We now have a special program of opening of vocational centers all over the country with respect to the kind of climatic conditions or kind of economic development of the regions. For instance, in touristic destinations, we open vocational touristic schools, in other parts, industrial. So it's a combination of elements, but with the main objective, of course, to keep the level of literacy as high as it is today, which is absolute, and to train young generations so they can contribute to the development of the country. I remember when I launched first time the program of sending young people abroad. There was some idea that we need to take a kind of a commitment from them that they will come back. Otherwise, we will spend a lot of money and they will just stay where they study. I said, no. I said, we need to create such a condition in our country that they prefer to come back. So now when I see that absolute majority of those who've been trained in the United States, in Britain, in other European countries, come back, so this is an indicator that we are on the right track. So we need to work even harder so that young generation of Azerbaijan do not leave their country. Because this is one of the problems for many countries in the post-Soviet area, that young generation prefer to leave, and then you just face depopulation. We have growth of population. Some countries have different problem. I don't know which is worse. I think ours is better because the more people you have in the country, the more powerful you are. But you have to provide these people with jobs, with housing, with decent conditions, with healthcare, and that's what we are doing. And absolute majority of the assets we got from oil and gas sales we channeled into social sector.